What's up, everybody? It's theRealKaaayle here, back with some Mortal Kombat 11 content. I know I did a recent post. Actually, before let me get into all that, shout out to everybody who tuned into the live stream on Saturday. It was awesome. We had about 50 viewers again. Lots of people showed up. It was a lot of fun. But that kind of brings me into what I'm talking about. So, the post that I posted on YouTube, the community poll, I pretty much said I'm going to be taking a break from MK11. I'm still going to give y'all a couple vids. They might not be so gameplay. I'm not taking like a long break. I'm probably just putting down the game for like 2 or 3 days. I just need like some time away from the game to just cool off, right? Because the last couple play sessions I had, terrible. And it's leading me to make this video, as you guys can tell. So, we're going to be talking about Kombat League. And Kombat League is part of the reason why I'm kind of just put off with the game right now. And I got a little bit inspiration from another YouTuber to make this video as well. True Underdog Gaming. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this person before. He's pretty big in the YouTube community for fighting games. And he did 2 separate polls, one on Twitter, one on YouTube, his community poll. And he pretty much asked the same question. He asked the question, would you play Mortal Kombat 11's Kombat League mode if it did not give you rewards? And not to my surprise, overwhelmingly, the poll answers said no. Like 80% of players said, I would not play Kombat League if it wasn't for rewards. So, you know, anybody who looks at this could be for a number of reasons why nobody would play Kombat League if it wasn't for rewards. Because that is the point of Kombat League, to get rewarded for something. But I do think that this reveals a big issue with the mode in general and how the community receives this mode in the game, right? So for years now, we've been kind of clamoring for a proper ranked mode in Mortal Kombat 11. Honestly, we've been not in just Mortal Kombat and RS fighting games, because ranked, the good old days of Injustice 1 and MKX, ranked was just one game and that's it. Ranked was pitiful. You can literally lose to anybody in ranked. Anybody. You can't. One game is not enough in ranked. Injustice 2, in my opinion, had the best ranked mode when it was first to 3, but Injustice didn't have like there's no true showing of skill. There's no like letting you know that you're improving, getting better, and that's what we kind of wanted. So Kombat League has that, but why do players not want to play Kombat League? I'm going to go over it in this video because I think there's certain things that can be changed in Kombat League to improve the experience, but I'm also going to discuss something that I don't think can necessarily be changed, and that's just because of human beings, human nature, the mentality of the mode, and just the psyche of gamers when they have things on the line. The psyche of a player who is playing an online game where it matters, like where something matters as opposed to like a casual match where you're just playing the game and trying to learn how to play a character, learn a matchup or something. So the biggest thing that I want to be changed in Kombat League, just starting off with number one thing I want to be changed in Kombat League. You hear me complain about it in pretty much every video. I say this in every comment section all the time. We need a ping Wi-Fi filter in this game. We need it, right? I'm telling you right now, I experience laggy matches all the time in MK11, right? But majority of it, I'm gonna tell you right now, I seriously think like 75% of it is from Kombat League. If I play casual games right now, I'll find way better connections than they are in Kombat League. And my theory is this: fighting games in general are niche games, right? They don't have a large player base like a Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Overwatch, any of those games, right? Fighting games already have a niche player base. Mortal Kombat 11 is like one of the more casual fighting games that has a large player base, but it is still a fighting game. It's pretty small. At this point in the game is about a year old, so the player base definitely has dropped off a few. And by nature, in most video games, if there is a casual and ranked mode, the ranked mode will always have the smallest pool of players, because the casual mode is just, is just inviting. It's more inviting. You just want to play the game. Some people just like to hop on, play the game, and just get offline. Nobody ever likes to like really compete and like try to test themselves in rank. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody has the same mentality. So the player pool in Kombat League is possibly the smallest player pool. It could possibly. I don't think there is any statistic. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually has more players than we think. But the player pool in Kombat League probably is small. I do run into some same people all the time, right? Now, the thing with Kombat League is they try to pair you up with someone with a similar rank to you. So that's where the issue lies. As you get higher in rank, as you go up in rank, the pool of players decrease. The pool of players decrease because not everybody's gonna be at that same rank. Probably the biggest swath of players is at the lowest rank, the combatant rank, right? Or the apprentice rank. Whatever is the lowest rank in Kombat League. I can't think of it. But as you go up, you're gonna get a smaller player pool because the players who are up there's not gonna be as many like good players, just logically. So because their game is trying to pair you up in rank, someone closer to your rank, the connection is going to diminish because they're just prioritizing, oh, we need to pair you up with someone with your rank, because that's how the game judges your skill, your rank in the game. So that is why a lot of matches in Kombat League are laggy. A lot of matches in Kombat League are laggy just because of that. The game is simply trying to pair you up with someone closer to your rank as opposed to someone with a good connection. This is why we need a filter to say, okay, can I only get matches with people who are playing on Ethernet? Can I only get matches for people who have 4 to 5 bars of connection? I understand those filters will have longer matchmaking times, but I rather wait a couple extra minutes than to get into some match that says, oh, in the lobby it's Wi-Fi. The connection thing is Wi-Fi. They tell you, oh, you're gonna get it's a 60 millisecond ping match, but then once you get into the game, the ping is shooting up to 200 milliseconds. That is such a big problem. That is a big problem in Kombat League. The ping filter, it's just ridiculous. There's no real excuse for the pings to be this high. And it's not just for fighting games in Mortal Kombat. This goes to every game, man. Other fighting games have ping connection filters. Pretty much any modern day multiplayer game now, like, we don't do PvP connections anymore, peer-to-peer connections anymore. Everything is on a server now. So if something's lagging, it's definitely a player, or it could be the servers, but it definitely, most of the time, it is the player and their connection. And in a fighting game, there's only 2 types of connections. There's either you or your opponent. That's it. So if someone has a bad connection, the game is kind of thrown out the window. That's it. That's how I feel about it. I don't want to see these laggy matches. It's gonna happen, but the frequency of them is too damn high in Kombat League. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Let me move on to the other problems now, because if I can talk about connection all day, y'all. But that is the biggest thing that irks me about Kombat League. So the next thing that I think that would improve Kombat League, I think the penalty for losing and winning is, so I think pretty much what I'm trying to say, the penalty for losing against someone for having a lower rank, losing to someone that has a lower rank than you, is too high. I think there should be no penalty for, the penalty for losing should always be the same. It's just so, because it's just so stressful. I just think that the mind that the community has to play the game, everybody's trying to just get the points to just rank up. I feel like it's so heartbreaking to lose to someone. First of all, it's kind of insulting. It kind of is insulting. Like, you lose to someone that apparently has a lower rank than you, who really probably isn't like worse than you. They probably just have a lower rank. Rank does not equate to skill. It's just insulting to lose to someone that apparently has a lower rank than you and you just get more points. cutoff. I do think that the reward to beating someone that has a higher rank should stay, but the losing penalty should be the same throughout. It just creates unnecessary stress and unnecessary animosity towards the other player. The other player is probably just trying to play the game and get their points to rank up. He's not really trying to do anything towards you and just be toxic. But the player who has, a higher rank, they have so much more to lose. The player with the lower rank doesn't have much to lose. If he loses, he only loses a little bit of points. If he wins, he gets a lot of points. You see what I'm saying? The trade-off is not equivalent. And that's what creates this really toxic level of play. And it creates this really just stress. It creates this unfun mentality going into the game, regardless of what the outcome is. It just creates this disgusting. You really shouldn't be this stressed out playing a game, right? And I'm seeing it in my comments section on that post that I did. A lot of you guys have the same feeling towards Kombat League, just because it just stresses you the hell out, and it stresses players out because of this reason, because you could lose so many points for virtually anything. Another thing is, I don't, honestly, I have been saying this for a while. I still personally do think Kombat League should be first to 3 instead of first to 2. I still think first to 2, you could get some data in the first game, but the second match, you don't really have, to me in Kombat League, you really don't have much time to adapt. I think first to 3 would be better overall. First to 3 is way better. I think it's perfect for competitive. Even the pro players have said that they want Mortal Kombat 11 to be first to 3 instead of first to 2. First to 2, you literally explode in this game. Anything can happen in this game, especially when you're playing up against certain characters like Kodal, Cetrion, Aaron, Jackie. Like, I don't think first to 2 is enough time. I think first to 3, like, if someone beat me 3 times in a row, I'll just be like, all right, you beat me 3 times in a row, right? If we came to a close set of like first to 2, like 2v2, and we ended up losing the set 2 to 3, I'll be like, all right, he got it. Like, I feel like we need that personally. I don't know if that will necessarily change, because I think keeping the players on the game is, I think a lot of players might just think that that's a bit too much, but time, and that's even more stress in a ranked match, just playing one person, because there's some matches where you just kind of want to just get up out of here, especially the laggy ones. But I do think first to 3 is just more official overall. Next, I think this is another big issue with Kombat League. They need to change up the challenges. The challenges are repetitive, they're redundant, and they're boring. They need more dailies. They need more different challenges instead of just the same ones that we're doing over and over and over again. I think that's another reason why people just they do their challenges, or they play for their 5 sets, and then that's it. Every other fighting game, right? People consistently play ranked. They play for like ranked for like an hour until like they get to where they need to go, or they just keep playing until they say, okay, I've had enough. Most people on here, myself included, they just play Kombat League for 5 sets, win or lose, and then they just get off. I feel like the game kind of, you feel like you play more than 5 sets, you're setting yourself up for failure playing more than that, and that should not be the case. I think NRS wants us to keep playing, and I think having like multiple daily challenges, different ones, like land 3 10-hit combos today or something like that. Maybe more character specific challenges that you can actually choose, like kind of like a contract system, like in I would say, like, I think like one of the more frequent Call of Duty games, like I have like a contract system where you could like select this challenge and then get rewarded for that, like, oh, land Frost's Fatal Blow 5 times or something like that, and different, just spice it up instead of doing the same thing over and over again. I think that's a thing that I really don't like. I think it just creates just repetitiveness in the mode. I feel like there's nothing new to do in Kombat League, really. I get it that Kombat League is supposed to be kind of testing your skills against other players, but I think they also went above and beyond to try to invite even more casual players into it by giving the rewards, giving the challenges, so that you still feel like you're getting something out of the game, even if you're losing or not winning. But when you're just literally doing the same thing, it doesn't feel like you're necessarily playing a game. It feels like you're just doing chores, and that's part of the reason why people just don't like Kombat League overall. So now I'm bringing you to the part of the video where I talk about the aspect of Kombat League that I just don't think will change, and that's just the way people play. I don't think the way people play in Kombat League is going to change, y'all. I really do not. And that's just the way, that's something that us as human beings, that just says something about us. So when you play for something, when something is being played on the line, when something's on the line to play for, right, you are going to do anything that you can to make sure that you win. And it could be playing in the lamest way possible, spamming a move, cheesing someone out, using I guess a OP character or something like that, or, you know, being toxic, like teabagging. Like, that's something that the developers can't necessarily control. If players are gonna play that way, they're definitely gonna play that way, and I feel like it's just the nature of the game. I just feel like fighting games, compared to other like genres, this is just my opinion, compared to other genres, fighting games get me the most tilted out of anything. I play shooters online. I play a whole bunch of other different games online, and you know, when I lose in a shooting game, I just like, okay, whatever. But in a fighting game, something about fighting games just get you triggered, and it's because it's just that one-on-one connection. It feels like when you lose, you're the reason why you lost. In a shooting game, you know, you could lose for a bunch of different factors. In a fighting game, most of the time, when you take the L, is something that you did incorrectly. And I hate to say it, but when we do go up against like someone spamming, someone playing lame, someone playing cheesy, it really is up to us to figure out how to beat them, and that's something that we gotta figure that out. But the toxicity, I feel like the other changes that I proposed will definitely make Kombat League a much better experience overall. But yeah, I just feel like toxicity and the way people play, that's never gonna change. Just people are scumbags, and they're gonna play however they want to play. It really sucks. Oh yeah, and how could I forget this? I personally don't think you should. I don't kind of like the way it's set up overall, Kombat League, where it needs a massive overhaul, but I would like just a true ranked mode in the future. Right? I just propose ways to improve it based on the way it's set up. In the next NRS game, I don't like this seasonal sort of thing. I kind of just like a regular ranked mode where you work your way up through the ranks and you get to see yourself get better throughout the course of the game's lifespan. Kind of like how Tekken and Dragon Ball FighterZ has their ranking system. So pretty much just don't take away people's rank for the next game, because it is pretty silly. Like, because then when the season restarts, everybody starts at square one. And then you can get match made with literally anybody. You get match made with somebody who reached Elder God, but then you only made it to Master, and then you're just absolutely getting scraped in the first couple games. Granted, you don't lose any points in the first couple levels in Kombat League, but that's another frustrating thing. It's just losing your rank. It doesn't feel rewarding. I feel like part of the reward of a rank mode shouldn't just be the physical rewards that you get. It should be the satisfaction that I'm actually getting better at the game. And I feel like that is missing entirely from Kombat League. You can't really, I feel like there is that, but because you're gonna lose your rank anyways, kind of demotivates you to even continue to keep playing. They have some weird ways to keep you playing, but then I feel like they're missing the entire point of a ranked mode in Mortal Kombat 11. So let me know what you guys think about this video. I want to hear what you guys think about Kombat League, what could be improved. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. And you know, tune into the live stream this Saturday. I'm still gonna stream. I'm not taking that far of a break from the game. I said I was gonna be back with probably gameplay mid-Wednesday or something. But yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.